And all you, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you're fine, guys. Today is on a Tuesday, and I'm so happy to do this reaction for you guys. It has been raining for the last 3 days, like heavy raining, and the place is a bit cold, and that is why today I just want to do this reaction somewhere under the sun, so that I don't feel kind of cold. The place is cold. It has a lot of there's a lot of water, and that is why I am here where I am. So guys, I want to talk about this guy called Gintu. So excuse me if maybe my camera will be moving a lot, just bear with me. So this guy Gintu has come out to respond to the allegations that were made by his wife, or should we say alleged wife. So Gintu came out and did a reaction on it, and guys, let me tell you, for the first time since I started watching Gintu, because of course we've been watching him for a long time, and I know most of you have also been watching him and everything that he does. So for the first time, I saw him so furious, and like whatever he was talking about came from the depth of his heart, and you could hear him. Do you get it? His facial expression said it all. This guy was so furious. And from it, I have deduced the following. What this guy has been doing to people in the past, he has always forgotten that social media does not forget. So we can see the bitterness in you. We can see, the embarrassment at the same time. It is so obvious you're so furious because this lady came out to talk about you. Yet you have always portrayed yourself as a very intelligent person here on the streets, a very, famous person who knows everything about everyone in Nyabohanse. And now that it is your turn, you come out so agitated and you speak. And for the first time, my people, if you've been watching this guy, I repeat, for the first time, he spoke from his heart. Like whatever is happening here on the streets has really cut him deep. Of course, I know social media is not a place where you can just sit and solve all your problems, because we all have our own shenanigans. But people in Nyabohanse have always thought when you have issues, you come out and air them in the public. So let's start with this first thing that I want us to talk about. How many times have we seen Gintu coming out to talk about other people's women? Like, for example, he has talked about Trosio. He has talked about Dimwango. He has talked about Congrats Mom. And, not in a good way, by the way, abusing them verbally left and right. He has talked about Ernest's wife and basically almost all the women in Nyabohanse. And there's a time he talked about Ernest, and he said the way Ernest has a big tummy, or I don't know, Ernest cannot do the tingo. You understand what I mean by that. And the way he has been saying it, making fun, making a lot of jokes around it. And his subscribers have always come out to clap for him. And therefore, when this lady came out to expose him, he felt the alleged wife has betrayed him. Like this is something that she shouldn't have come out in the public to address it. And I want to tell this guy very clearly, yeah? He says most of the donations are basically meant for the needy people in Nyabohanse. Of course, I don't disagree with him. But the question is this: is that your only source of income? Aren't you doing YouTube? Haven't you talked about other businesses that you have? Therefore, the money that you make from YouTube, because you are monetized, and the other money that you get from your businesses, why don't you use it to make your wife happy? She has talked about the way you can't buy for her the basics. And you understand, ladies, those are very, very important items to them. And if they miss them, it's gonna bring wahala. In fact, I don't understand. How can you come out and talk so bad about a woman that you are allegedly married to, someone that you stayed with? And from what this guy said, I understand it is not the first time that they have started living together. According to him, in the past, they used to stay together. Then they separated and did reconcile. I heard him say it very clearly when he came out of the villa after the shenanigans and all that. He said the wife was there, meaning that this is a lady that knows him very well. So if you're hurt, what do you learn from this? Anytime you come out here and throw words to people, abuse them, drag them down, talk about the way, people's wives are not good looking, the way they are so foolish and all that, the way they can't manage their own families. What about you? And in Nyabohansa, one thing, by the way, I read a comment somewhere. Someone said, if the lady is not telling the truth, Of course, someone in Yambohansa will come out and talk about it. There was also another comment where someone said, if Gintu is not telling the truth, of course, someone from Yambohansa will come out and talk about it. I heard him pull his friends into this tingle. I heard him talk about Fundi Duke, and we all know he had a very good relation with Fundi Duke. This was the guy that has been helping him construct his castle and all that. So according to him, it is this Fundi Duke that has been seducing his wife. Allegedly, Gento refused to open, YouTube for his wife, and therefore the wife decided to go to other people. And when you listen to him, guys, I think I should attach a clip here so that you can listen for yourself and understand what I'm talking about. Because he has come out to express himself, so furious. And I strongly believe if this guy will get hold of that lady, it will not end well. My people, just take your time and go watch this Gintu. Watch his feedback, or rather, how he came out to talk about this woman. Read the body language, read the facial expression. Just get to know all the emotions that were involved when he was talking about this matter. And you're going to realize that if by any chance he crosses paths with this lady, it's not gonna end well. After all, you have come out here as mighty. You've come out here to badmouth people and made people think maybe you are so good and you are a very straightforward person. So this matter of you insisting that the donations are meant for the vulnerable, nobody is asking you to use the donations to ensure that your wife has her basics. No, you are getting money. All this money that you get, where do you take? If you can't take care of your own wife, what else can you do? By the way, he mentioned when he was at the custody, the wife never visited him. It was only the sister. And now you understand what the wife was talking about, because according to the wife, all the money that Gintu has is eaten. That is how we say it here in Kenya. It is eaten by the wife and the mother. So you understand, because for him, he said the wife never, even took for him a cup of tea while he was at the custody. It was only the sister who was working tirelessly with other people to ensure that he comes out of the custody, if you understand what I'm talking about, because I know we are all aware of what has been taking place. So, guys, let's take a minute and listen to
of their family.
Gintu.
And to the real fact, if you are talking about Gintu is not helping, his brother, who is talk about the elder brother of them, he is he's just working in my brother's truck, so they can get a living. Because I told my brother, orient him so they can just be like the way I was. Even me, I started in the truck and I was doing much of the things there. But much of the people think about, okay, Gintu's a fool in this way, but they don't understand that tomorrow is another day. They don't understand. And they want to manipulate that Gintu is bad, Gintu is treating you and beating you and doing whatever. If you have accusations, why are you reporting to YouTube and you have the police station? There's a police station. Why couldn't they take her to the police station that, okay, this is the police station, go and report this, and then the Gintu is this way, Gintu is that way. It's something that is bringing some of the chaotic things here. Even I feel so sorry, I feel so bad, and I feel like much of the people have this kind of a motive of thinking about Gintu is bad the way they think about. But I'm no longer the way they...
So, my people, life itself is a paradox, and anytime you come out to badmouth people, karma will definitely catch up with you. And by that, karma is real. I know there are those people that are spiritual that don't believe in this, but it is real. It does happen. This guy, for the first time, he came out like differently. He was not jumping all over the place. I think at some point he shed tears when he was talking about this matter to do with the donations. Of course, the donations will still come in, but what this lady wants from you is to support you. And I heard him say he can't allow the lady to come back to him. So that is your own agreement, by the way, because at the end of the day, you're the one who stays together. You are a family, and the two of you gonna decide whether you want to reconcile or not. We've learned about a lot of things. So the money that was given out when he was at the custody, there was some change that did remain. and he gave out 10K to Masubo and not Grand Duke, sorry, Fundi Duke. They were given 10K to split among themselves. And allegedly, they also took some 20,000, if I'm not wrong, that Masubo and Fundi Duke, splitted among themselves. And according to what I hear, because I have to listen, to watch, and come to my own conclusion. According to Gintu, these people played him when it comes to matters to do with money. And it is these people that have really, kind of encouraged the wife to start YouTube and to come out and expose him in the hope that people will stop supporting him, in the hope that he's not going to keep on receiving the money. Yeah, you may be kind of focused on what you are doing by you establishing a home, ensuring that you have income for the family and ensuring that everything is working. But if you forget your own person, how do you think this lady is going out to, you know, or rather, how will she survive? That is the truth of the matter. And mostly, we all know what is happening in Nyabohanse. How many times have we been told by people in Nyabohanse that in that village, more than 500 people are YouTubers and they know what they get from YouTube? Therefore, I feel the lady also wants an equal share of this cake in the street so that she can equally partake. She is tired of being that humble, lady that is controlled by someone. And if you understand those people in Yabohanse, you know how they've been treating, most of them, how they've been treating their women. And it has reached a point where this lady is saying enough is enough. If you remember, someone like Nasto, the wife started YouTube just somewhere there last year. But before that, she used to just stay in the house. She never appeared in any video ad, etc. But the wife started YouTube. And if you go back and watch Miss Flair's video, she says when she started YouTube, the details for the bank details and all that were for Nastos. And it reached a point where she said enough is enough. She needs to get directly her cash so that she can decide and plan for the money. Because at the end of the day, she's the one who makes the content, not Nasto. And therefore, this makes us be informed that majority of these women, and especially women that are not well educated in Nyabohanse, their men are taking advantage of them. And I strongly believe if Ginto really wanted to help this lady, he would have opened a YouTube channel for her so that it would be like, something like a family business. That is how I call it, a family business where they would be getting money, both of them, and ensuring that everything is running as expected. But when someone feels sidelined and they discover it is only a smartphone that you need and you start doing YouTube, that is what they are going to do. But at the end of the day, I have always said there's more to this life than content creation. And therefore, people should be very, very careful with what they say and do here on the streets. The more you come out and carelessly talk about people, it's gonna hurt you. That is the truth of the matter. And therefore, Gintu should sit down and really introspect himself. I heard him saying the way he has reformed, he's not the same Gintu that people used to know. If he's reformed, let people see him. You walk the talk. You don't just talk and do the opposite. So, my people, I don't know what you think about this. Please drop your comments. I would love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I'm on the road to 500 subscribers. Thank you so much and goodbye for now.